So I've been naming my layers descriptively. And up to this point, I've named them level 4, level 3, and I'm putting the percentage of gray in there. And actually, since we're doing values, this is a value scale that we're using of gray, which includes black and white, or could include black and white. Rather than level, I'm going to rename these. They really should be value. So let's do that. Value 4, value 3. That makes more sense than level, I think. All right, so we've done value 4, which is a dark gray, value 3, which is a little bit lighter than that. Let's do the next value. So I'm going to lock my value 3 layer, and I'm going to create a new layer above that, and I'll call that value 2. And that is going to be 30% gray. And let's turn off, or hide, I should say, the other two layers. Okay, so now we can see our template image behind it. And we have to decide what is it that we're going to apply our 30% gray to. So the edge of the face is 70% gray, which is the same as the background. And then this part is 50% gray. So this lighter area on the chin and the top of the nose, the cheek, that will be 30%. So I'm going to start drawing. Before I start drawing, let me make my fill none, and my stroke, let's make that black so I can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to make a skinnier stroke at 0.5 points. Okay, so I'm ready to start drawing. So I'm clicking and dragging out these handles to make a smoothly curving path, and I'm going to, for each one of these shapes, I'm going to come around and click on the, to make a closed path, I'm going to click on my first anchor point, but drag out to create these handles so I have a smooth, smoothly curving path there. Oops, let's do that again. All right, and if I want to make some adjustments to the shape of the path, then I can do that. I can go to my direct selection tool, which the shortcut on the keyboard is A, and I can click on my anchor points. I can move those around. I can move around my, my handles to change the shape and direction of the path. Okay, so this is something that you want to do. You can do this as you go, or you can make, like on this layer, I've got several shapes to make, and maybe it's a good idea to do those all kind of roughly and then come back in here and refine those paths all at once. But really how you handle that is going to be up to you. I'm going to continue on creating my 30% gray value on my layer here. And remember to lock your other layers so that you're not accidentally drawing on those layers, because things will get really confusing if you don't keep this illustration organized. All right, and so as I fill my paths with color, I want to make sure that my stroke becomes none because I don't want a black stroke around these. So I'm filling my shapes with 30% of gray. When I say color, I should be saying gray actually in this case. Let's make sure that the fill is on. Okay, and then stroke at none. And any place that I've created a shape on this layer, that's what I want to do. All right, so bring the fill forward and make the stroke none. There's another one. So I created several different shapes on this one layer. All these shapes are areas in the illustration that are going to be 30% gray. All of these will be on that layer. All right, one thing that I did is I created this shape for the part underneath the nose that is not 30% gray. And what I would like to do is I would like to have the darker value on the layer below it show through. So I'm going to use the Pathfinder and I'm going to select this shape. I'm going to select the shape below it and I'm going to cut the top shape or punch the top shape out of the bottom shape so that that part becomes transparent and you can see below it. All right, so let's see where we are right now. Keep everything locked. All right, so there we are now. Okay. So there are two more values to go. We've got a very light 5% gray, which is almost white, and then we've got black, which is going to be used for the hair and part of the background and part of the upper body.